Hi INFJs, welcome back to my channel. If you're an INFJ, you've probably had that moment where you look around thinking, everyone else seems to know why they're here. They've got their purpose. Why don't I? I've done that so many times. Not only does that feel very scary, but it's personal as well, isn't it? I feel like there must be something completely defective with me, right? When I was in that space, that's how it felt, that there was something very defective with me. Something was missing. Something everyone got handed at birth except me. I must have missed it. They missed me. I dropped it. I lost it somewhere because I don't have a purpose. These were the thoughts that were going through my mind. But the longer that I've lived as an INFJ, especially a neurodivergent INFJ, the more I realized we don't struggle with purpose because we don't have one. That's what I used to believe. We struggle because we were taught to look for it in the wrong things. And this is what we're going to talk about today, INFJ purpose and how to find it. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Trina. I'm an INFJ and I am very much neurodivergent. I help INFJs and neurodivergent INFJs remember who they were before the world told them who they weren't. I do this through video, classes, coaching, and community. We unlearn the noise and come back home to our soul. I'm so glad you found my channel. I hope you find it helpful. If you haven't yet, I invite you to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate the support. If you're returning to my channel, welcome back. I apologize for being away for so long. My world crumbled, my life crumbled. It's changing, it's shifting. Been throwing a lot of curveballs. My higher powers think they have like an amazing sense of humor. So I think they're quite entertained with what's going on in my life at the moment, but that's okay. I'm back now doing videos. I'm very excited to be back into this and doing videos for you guys. Before we get started, I want to remind you to check out the resource section in the description of this video. I love sharing resources for you, specifically for INFJs, highly sensitive individuals, and neurodivergents. So I change them up from time to time, so make sure you give them a look. There might be something in there for you. Okay, let's get into this. Why INFJs misunderstand purpose. Society teaches purpose as this big, dramatic, lifelong calling. If you've been following my videos for a while, you know that I am not a fan of society at all. Society puts everybody into this box, and if you don't fit in this box, you're garbage. Purpose is the same thing. Society has this purpose in a box, and if you don't fit inside this box with the purpose, then obviously you're defective, and this is what we believe, right? So society teaches that purpose is a career path, a title, a mission that you got to stick to forever, something clear and obvious. That kind of purpose will work for a lot of personality types, but for INFJs, it sets us up for a fail. Guaranteed, we're going to fail because INFJs aren't wired for one fixed thing. We're wired for meaning. We're wired for alignment. We're wired to evolve. So when we're told, find your purpose and commit to it for life, not only is that overwhelming, but we feel very lost, right? Very lost because it doesn't work that way for us. That doesn't reflect how INFJs experience the world at all. So the truth, purpose for INFJs is fluid. This is the part that not a whole lot of people talk about, or maybe a whole lot of people don't even understand this part. Purpose for an INFJ isn't a straight line at all. It's not one job. It's not one identity or one direction. Purpose shifts with your season that you're in. Okay, so what I mean by that is it expands when you grow, it contracts when you're overwhelmed, it deepens when life changes you. So your purpose at 18 definitely was not the same as your purpose at 30, or if you're not at 30 yet, it won't be the same as your purpose when you hit 30. My purpose at 30 definitely is not the purpose that I had at 40. Right? Your purpose after healing will not be the same as it was when you were in survival mode. Mine is shifting and changing drastically because I spent the last 4 years in deep survival mode. So I can feel it shifting. If you had asked me back in the spring before my life crumbled to pieces and change took over, if I knew what my clear purpose was, I would have said yes, because then I did. Now, that purpose isn't quite as clear because that purpose is not serving me. That is no longer my purpose that I had in the spring. I have a different purpose now. It's clear. It's clear what it is, but it's very much different. I wouldn't have thought back in the spring that my purpose would have changed by fall. But it does. That's how we work. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with having a clear purpose and then all of a sudden, no, that's not my purpose anymore. I'm not sure what it is, but it will come to me. It's okay to feel that way. We don't always have to know what our purpose is. So your purpose today may look quiet, simple, or gentle and still be deeply meaningful. INFJ purpose is fluid. It's responsive. It's intuitive. Okay? It's something we feel into, not something that we choose and then never revisit again. That's not how it works for us. And when INFJs hear that, something inside us finally exhales. I know it did for me. It was like a huge weight went off my shoulders when I finally learned that our purpose is not unusual if it changes from day to day. And that's okay, because that's how mine felt. And I'm like, I think I'm doing something wrong because nobody else's is changing every day. Why is mine? When I learned that it's supposed to for us because we're just wired differently than everybody else, a huge weight came off my shoulders and I could just breathe. It felt so much better because I was trying to lock myself into a version of purpose that felt so suffocating to me, right? INFJs, we miss our purpose, not because we don't have one. That's what I used to believe. I'm like, okay, well, I don't think I have a purpose. So why am I here? Okay. It's because we expect it to look like everybody else's purpose. We're back to society. What society dictates purpose is this big calling, right? A dramatic moment, a job title that finally feels right, something glamorous, something permanent. But for INFJs, purpose is very subtle. It shows up in the way we make people feel understood. Do you know, INFJs, we say that we are one of the most misunderstood personality types, and I agree, we are misunderstood in a lot of ways. But did you know that most of the world feels the same way? That people generally feel misunderstood, and we have a natural way of understanding them. And do you know how calming, how empowering that feels to them? It's amazing that we can do that for other people. It's a way we bring peace into chaotic spaces. I don't know about you guys, but for me, it's like I've had this big beacon on my head. People that have chaos going on in their life are like drawn to me. I've had very intimate conversations with complete strangers. I don't even know their name, but they shared their entire life story of what was going on. Just because for some reason I brought calm to them and they felt the need. I could do that for them. And for that, I know their day was brighter that day. Hope it was brighter longer, but for that day it was brighter. The insights we share that shift someone's whole day, the creative ideas that spark healing in others, that will encourage them to do the things that they've been thinking about doing, that they've been dreaming of, but have been too scared to do it. It's the tiny ways we improve someone's life without even realizing it. These are just a few of INFJ purposes. Okay, there's many. These are just a few. INFJs, we dismiss these because they feel too natural or too easy. We need to work for purpose. Is that what you think? That's what I thought. This can't be my purpose, making somebody feel okay. I mean, that is just something I do. Apparently, I do it naturally. It can't be my purpose. It's too easy. We think that it can't be purpose when it's just who we are. But that is your purpose because it is who you are. You are that person for a reason. We were given these gifts for a reason. It's part of our purpose. INFJs, we're so used to carrying depth, compassion, insight, and intuition that we don't recognize the impact it has on other people. Huge impact on other people. We step over our purpose because it feels effortless, right? Purpose has to be hard. That's what we think. Purpose has to be hard. But what if it doesn't? What if purpose wasn't meant to feel heavy? Something to think about. What if it was supposed to feel natural? Because it's the thing we were always wired to do. It's just something to think about. Purpose shows up in real time, not time ahead. This is the INFJ twist. Most people plan their purpose, right? You get that? They're planning their purpose, their next step, what they're going to do with their career 5 years down the road, whatever it may be. INFJs, we feel our way into our purpose. We don't plan it. We can't. It's not going to work if we're going to do that. We feel it, okay? Ours shows up through our experiences, through our growth, through healing, through relationships, through our intuition. Our intuition plays a huge key role in finding our purpose. Our intuition is a powerhouse. A powerhouse. You don't find it by thinking about the future. We find it by paying attention to what feels meaningful right here, right now. Purpose isn't waiting for somewhere out there, okay? It isn't waiting for you somewhere out there for you to go and grab it like a backpack and put it on. Now I got my purpose, let's go. It's happening for you every day in small, quiet choices that shape who it is that you're becoming. So just a thought, if you want to go deeper in understanding your wiring, because it plays a key role in finding your purpose, especially how our intuition actually works, I created a workshop called Navigating the Depths of Introverted Intuition. It's for INFJs who want to stop doubting themselves and start being able to trust the way that we're naturally designed to see the world. I'll teach you how your intuition works, what it is, explain introverted intuition, what blocks it, how to strengthen it, and what it sounds like, and so much more. So if you've ever wished that someone could explain your mind back to you, this is a workshop for you. If you're interested in it, I'll leave the link in the description of this video. So here's the boundary between you and your purpose. You can't access purpose while you're hiding, being somebody else. And INFJs, we hide a lot. Masking to fit in, shrinking ourselves to make other people feel comfortable. One of the best pieces of advice I've ever gotten in my entire life is everyone else's level of comfort is not your responsibility. I say that to myself a lot. I just had to share that. We'll swallow our feelings. We'll play the role that others expect us to play, live through survival mode. I am famous for that, just coming out of a 4-year survival mode. Oh, it was horrible. We avoid attention, right? Staying invisible because it feels safe. How are we supposed to find our purpose pretending to be someone else? We can't. INFJ purpose becomes clear the moment we stop trying to be who the world wants us to be and start being who we actually are. Purpose isn't found, it's unmasked. And the more authentic you become, the more obvious your purpose feels. So I want to share with you a new way, a new perspective to think about purpose, the INFJ version of this, okay? Your purpose is not a destination. It's a pattern. It's a tone. It's a way you move through the world. Your purpose doesn't need to be chosen. It needs to be recognized. And when INFJs recognize it, something happens. We stop feeling behind. We stop feeling so broken and confused. And we start feeling aligned. And that is so empowering. So if you've spent years, like maybe most of your life, feeling like you can't find your purpose, just take a breath. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not behind. You're not missing something important. You're not drifting. You're becoming. You're evolving. And that's what you're supposed to be doing. INFJ purpose isn't a single job or a single mission. It's the way we transform people, spaces, and meaning just being who it is that we are. You don't find it first and then become yourself. You become yourself, and then your purpose reveals itself in the process. It's so cool how that happens. So I want to leave you with one question to think about. When in your life did you feel most aligned? Even if it didn't make sense to those around you, maybe you got ridiculed or made feel bad about it, but you were feeling so aligned in your life, drop it in the comments if you'd like. I'd love to chat about this because I bet it would make sense to a whole bunch of people here. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Again, I invite you, if you haven't yet, to like this video. Please feel free to share it. The more times it's shared, the more INFJs we get to help, and that's what it's all about. And I invite you to subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate your support. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you real soon. Bye for now.